NFL turns to a former FBI director for help. I'm Miranda. This story tops your Newsmax Now update. NFL officials want Robert Mueller to conduct an independent investigation into the Ray Rice scandal. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell faces calls for his resignation. This after a law enforcement official told the Associated Press that the NFL had a copy of the Ray Rice punch all the way back in April. Goodell disputes that, saying the NFL didn't see the tape until this week.
Well, that's always what you want to make sure is that they understand that we're trying to do the right thing at all times. When we make a mistake, we're honest about it and we're open about it and say we're going to work at it, do better.
The newly launched investigation could last 6 months. Ray Rice's old team, the Ravens, play the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight at 8:30. FEMA wants some of the victims of Hurricane Sandy to return millions of dollars in payouts. So far, FEMA has demanded repayment from 850 recipients, but 3,000 cases are still under review. The group says many of those who received money were actually ineligible for aid because their home wasn't their primary residence. The man accused of killing his 5 children is being transported to South Carolina today to face murder charges. Timothy Ray Jones Jr. has been held in Mississippi since police arrested him on Saturday for intoxicated driving. The 32-year-old eventually led police to the bodies and confessed to murdering all 5 of his children. Autopsies are currently being conducted to determine how the children died. In Washington, House Speaker John Boehner says he supports President Obama's plan to arm and train Iraqis as well as Syrian opposition forces. But Boehner says he's still not sure that'll be enough.
But I remain concerned that those measures could take years to fully implement at a time when ISIL's momentum and territorial gains must be halted and reversed immediately.
The House Speaker says Congress is doing its due diligence and is discussing all options to combat Islamic radicals. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country fully supports U.S. efforts to combat Islamic radicals in the Middle East. The Israeli Prime Minister says terror groups like ISIS must be, quote, rolled back and ultimately defeated. And in Scotland, voters will decide whether they want to leave the United Kingdom. The Scots vote to leave the Union. Big changes are in store for their country's economy and military. Yesterday, BP said they oppose Scottish independence, adding that Prospect's Newsmax Now update. Back to the Steve Malzberg Show.